Dre and Smiley, trending Tuesday. Dre, what's trending today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a good one. So, Michelle Obama was interviewed recently on CBS Morning News. And as part of the interview, she shares with Gayle King, and this is a quote here: "We, she, Michelle, and the former President Barack Obama, we've been married for 30 years." She said in this interview, "If I fell out with him for 10 years and we had a great 20 years, I'd take those odds anytime." And what she's referring to is that she said that for 10 years of the 30 years they've been married, they didn't get along. Let that sink in for a second. Is that mind blowing to anyone? Is that shocking to you, Smiley? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm not shocked by that. The reason why is because when a marriage or a long term relationship is a merging of personalities, a person merging of experiences, and sometimes it takes a while for that yin yang to come together. Because there's,
Hmm.
if you're going to be a union, maybe certain things that he did she didn't like, and certain things she did he didn't like. So as they
Hmm.
adjusted in those foundational years, I believe if it's built on love, then you'll figure out a way to make it happen. And I think of Barack and Michelle definitely has that genuine love for each other. And the first couple years probably were rocky. And then as
Hmm.
they started to evolve their lives together, they established a strong foundation that allowed them to soar as the first lady and the president. So
Hmm.
yeah, it would be it's anyone who says that they come together. You could be with finest babe on the planet, Gabriel Union, Halle Berry, whomever. They still got their own quirky ways. One's from
Right.
Cleveland, the other one's from somewhere else. So they got something bizarre with them. Just
Yeah.
because you fine and smart doesn't mean that there's some nuances that doesn't get on somebody's nerves. So
Sure.
you just gotta round those out, and time heals that, I believe. What do you think?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts, man. I don't completely disagree with you at all. In this day and age, you hear about so many divorces. Usually it's celebrities because we don't hear about others. Usually, it's not in the news. It's not publicized and thrown in our face. But at any rate, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and they're out. Um, it's not often you hear about people that have been together for 3 decades, and then when you hear that for a decade, for one third of that, um, they were unhappy. It says a lot, I think, in terms of the commitment they have to each other, the union that they have to persevere and keep moving forward versus jump ship, right? I don't know. I don't believe that most people would have the tenacity, um, the patience, the love to do that. Um, and then also part of me is just kind of I feel maybe saddened, I guess, for lack of a better word, because you have this couple, this power couple, right? That and obviously they're human, so but they are a power couple, president, first lady. Consider the background, their journey to where they to where they ended up, and it's just like, oh man, so they have problems too. It's just, you kind of hope it's almost like a storybook, where at the end you're like, oh no, they both died, type thing. But the reality is that they're human. They're gonna have the same problems and challenges that every other couple has.
I look at it, it gives me hope and inspiration because if you think about it, if we are 2023, we take back 20 years, he wasn't in the presidency. So he was a normal dude when they had their first 10 years of problems. They probably graduated from Harvard Law School, Yale Law School, had a lot of debt, had to deal with
Yeah,
families, had the newborn. They were paid.
yeah,
Only the last 20 years is when he was paid, and he was like a man of who she thought he should have
yeah.
been. He probably was like us, just struggling, trying to get things going. And he going out there doing those canvassing, getting people to vote. He ain't at home, so she probably complaining.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just making stuff
Right, right,
up, but
right.
This just gives me hope that says, you know what, they adhere to their vows until
Mm,
death do us part, for good and for
yeah,
bad. And the first 10 years was the broke years. And it's, I mean, now the last 20 years he's paid. He's a world renowned. I mean,
yeah.
how wouldn't the last 20 years be good? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Money.
Let's assume he was president the first 10 years and then broke the last 10, 20 years. I think she'd be like, I can't stand him. The first 10 years was great. I can't stand him now. I don't
So
know.
you're saying,
Ladies, what do y'all think?
so you're saying money changes, money and power can change a lot. Is that what you're saying?
In this American culture, I think it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Corey Holcomb says, I could tell how much money you make by the woman that's next to you.
Oh
He
no.
says, no, that's what Corey Holcomb says.
Oh no.
So,
Well, I guess the takeaway here is coming full circle is that, yeah, the reminder here is that they're human like everyone else, and yeah, we're gonna face challenges in every area of our lives, and if you find the wisdom and the patience to persevere and fight to the end, I think it's worth it. That's the takeaway for me in terms of this couple, Michelle and Barack. They clearly give us hope, as you said, Smiley. Hope everyone has a great remainder of the week. Catch you guys on the next one.